So people, right now I'm here at Sector 21 Pacific Mall, and this is why I'm here. Let me explain. You could have already figured it out. It's a book thing happening here. Yes, there's this whole book event happening here, and it's called All the Book Lovers Unite, and it's Dwarka's biggest book fair, and I'm so excited to be here. And like, I have seen so many great things about this place. Oh, I can't wait to get in. And you guys, since you are my friends, you're coming in, and well, if you enjoy yourself, smash the like button, and if you haven't yet joined my book loving family group of friends, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get in. So people, this is the entrance, and as you can see, there's this Ollivander shop here, and I'm a huge Potterhead, so this is definitely a huge thing for me because whoa, I love everything Harry Potter, everything related to it, and this is just so amazing. And now we're gonna enter and let's see what all they have. Let's go. I came across another stall and I recognize this book. I have already read this, P.S. I Still Love You, and it's one of my favorites. It's always so great when you come across your favorite book someplace, even you have already read those, but yeah, it's still great. And I can recognize Frozen, any Frozen lovers here. I'm so old and yet I love Frozen. I spotted a Frozen novel here. I've already watched all the movies, but it was good to see the novel here. Yeah, and it's, I don't know, what do you call this section? They're saying this amazing reads, but it's a kind of a mix. You're having teen, you're having child section, so I don't know what you call it, but this is definitely amazing. So I remember reading a lot of Geronimo Stilton and Thea Stilton when I was little, because I absolutely love those books and those, what do you call them, comics or graphic novels, whatever, but I've been absolutely obsessed with them, and there's so many of theirs here. These are all the hardcovers, the paperbacks, and then we're also having Tom Gates. There's this friend of mine who was literally obsessed with Tom Gates, and when we were in class 7 and we were reading Harry Potter, the typical novels, the full-length novels, and she was still stuck on Tom Gates. So if you're one of those people, you're gonna love this. Do check this one out. I love this. So this is a non-fiction section of this area, and I see 2 books that I absolutely adore. Hitler. This year we're having this chapter, Nazism and the Rise of Hitler, and since then I've been obsessed with Hitler. Like, I want to know what he thought of the actions he did. So yes, and I spotted another one. This is the Hitler Youth. So if you're into history and all, this section is something you're gonna love. I can see APJ Abdul Kalam, and there's so many others. Some maybe I don't even recognize, but probably you will. So if you're into non-fiction and all, this is the place for you. Do come here. So basically right now I'm in the teen section of this area, and this is so cool. I recognize one of these books. I'm already having the first 2 in my library, and I just spotted the 3rd one. So yeah, it's kind of cool when you spot the next one in the series. I recognize Susan Collins' Hunger Games. Obviously, how can you forget Hunger Games? The left is tainted, right? So yeah, this is all of the teen section, and if you're a teen reader, I guess we're gonna have a nice time here because you'll come across so many new books. Oh, by the way, this is a scholastic teen section, not there are many others, but yeah, this one's the scholastic one, and yes, this is definitely something cool. You need to check this out. Okay, let's move on. So people, the sole reason I'm here at this place is this particular section is that I spotted this. I literally just saw this. I was standing right there and I saw Lee Bardugo, and I was like, oh my god, I need to see this because I'm a huge fan of this author, not the series. The only book I've read by this author was actually Shadow and Bone. It's somewhere here, yeah. It's over here, but I was totally obsessed. And yes, so like when I saw her name, I had to come here at this section. And there are many books from Lee here. I could see Rule of the Wolves, Shadow and Bone, Ruin and Rising. Yeah, there are many Lee books here. If you're a Lee fan, you probably like it here. Though, like, you know, I haven't read all of those as I told you, but I've read of one. No, I've read 2. So obviously, if I see one of those favorite authors, I have to come here. And yeah, so I just came here. So people, I realized something. There was a book release happening here, there was an author talk happening, and I missed it. Yes, I bloody missed an author chat. So this is the book that was the author, Kevin Missel, I was talking about, and we are having signed copies here. Can you believe this? They're having signed copy here, and there's signing happening, and I missed it. I totally, like, I feel so bad. So here is the sign. I just received a signed copy yesterday, and still I'm not what do you say it? My hunger is not satiated. And how many of you recognize Amish? How many of you do know Amish? I have read all of the Shiva trilogy books, and I spotted Dharma, and I have a feeling this is signed. Yeah, it is signed by Amish. So you'll be having signed copy here. So if you're into signed copy, you should visit. Woo. And if any Amish fans here, let me know in the comments. Like, I remember reading the Shiva trilogy, and I know a few of my friends were obsessed with that, and one of my aunts was also obsessed with that. So yes, I won't say I'm a huge fan of Amish, but I do like his writing style. So if you're into Amish or if you're into Kevin Missel, you should visit this section definitely. Spotted the Deathly Hallows here, and I had to come here because I'm like, oh my god, I love Deathly Hallows. Obviously, it's a Harry Potter thing, and if a Potterhead is watching this video, you're probably loving it here. There's so many Harry Potterish things for Ollivanders. I saw a few once there, and now this. This is just so beautiful, and I guess I'll click a photo here. So people, I just met the owner and he agreed to answer a few questions for me, and I'm so excited to do this. Okay, so my first question, what was the idea behind all of this?
Alright, so actually we are an e-commerce bookstore. So after the pandemic got a little bit on a lower end where people felt safe to come outside, then we had an initial idea that we wanted to take it outside and give the people the touch, like finding a book, reading through it, scrolling through many books, and then finding one book which you want to read certainly after taking home. So we wanted to bring that back on the ground, and as we know that we cannot hold very big events right now, so we reduced it to a size where it's manageable. Like we don't allow more than like 25 people at a time inside the store, including our own staff. So keeping all those things in mind, we thought that it's better, let's try it. Like this is the second edition as of now. We did last one in the area mall in Gurgaon. So after this we are doing a few more, but yes, the initial idea was to bring back the books and the people so that they can sit together and like have a moment and decide that who will pick this book and who will read this after this. So that was the main idea.
Okay, now I'm curious again. Are you a book lover? Because this idea is someone who loves reading, right?
I don't read that much. I have certainly read around 15-20 books, but I'm a book lover. I'm not like a person who is totally into books all the time. I cannot get into that, but yeah, I have read a lot of books.
So how has this event going so far?
As of now, it has been like, I didn't expect this much kind of crowd, even though like in Delhi there was a lot of rain and a lot of things happening by the weather, but many people have showed up and many people are still showing up, and many people are literally calling us and saying, I'm not able to come, can I come on the next day, can I come on the next day. So the response has been like great as of now, and many people have asked us to turn this place into a proper lifetime bookshop. So we are doing that as well. So I will say it is a crowd, and it is an experience which we are getting for the first time. So yeah.
No, this event is really, amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. You too. Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the whole team that was there, because they were so cooperative when I was shooting, or you can call it vlogging, whatever it was. Because whatever it was, I certainly enjoyed it. And if you're a bibliophile like me, I have a feeling you guys are gonna enjoy it as well. And I guess that event is lasting for 19th of September, and even after that, it's gonna be converted into a permanent thing. So if you can't visit it right now, you can probably do it later on, but if you can, you should definitely check it out. This was it. I'll see you guys super soon. I sincerely hope you enjoyed yourselves, and if you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye, I'll see you soon.